Hey guys, before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I did go ahead and make a brand new Instagram that you guys can go follow me on. It's just Life of Bio 2K. The link to that is going to be in the description down below, as well as the brand new Snapchat that I did go ahead and make for you guys. So feel free to add me on those, and yeah. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Bio2K, and today, man, I'm bringing you guys a video on how to go 12-0 with a budget team. This is obviously going to vary from the last video I made of this. This is going to be centered around, like I said, a budget team where you guys are going to be going up against still like Galaxy Opals like Ben Simmons. You guys are going to go up against Giannis. You're going to go up against the new Galaxy Opal Shaq. All that sort of fun stuff. I'm going to take a budget team here, kind of show you guys how to design a lineup around these cards and kind of how to play a little bit differently to kind of match up with these full Opal teams. If this video does help you guys out, do me a favor, leave a like on it. Would be greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button. We are already really close to 32K. I cannot thank you guys enough for that. So if you guys are new, be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button like I just said. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. A couple days ago, I made a video actually centered around what lineup you guys can make off of using budget cards, stuff like that. Now, since then, Mo Bamba did come out. He's actually the only one I think that I left off that list that I'm going to put on here right now. And then Lamar Odom and like Manute Bol are actually two other cards that I decided to put on here. But Mo Bamba just came out yesterday. So I really want to say this now. Make sure you guys pick up this card. He's extremely cheap. He's only like 7 or 8K. But for an amethyst center that can do literally everything, it is as glitchy as Manute Bol, as Mo Bamba. I highly recommend picking him up. Now, the reason why I put Lamar Odom here is, again, same thing. Lamar Odom is a diamond, but doesn't really play like a diamond. Same thing with like Cameron Reddish, Kevin Porter Jr., Bonga, Robert Covington. All these guys play, and Thon McCurr. They all play extremely better than what their ratings actually say they do. So, just as a tip, yeah, that's why I have them out there. So, as far as our lineup goes, you guys can see we have 2 point guards that are a little bit taller than what normal point guard sizes are. That is very important, especially as a budget player that you're going to want to match up with like guys like Ben, Magic, Giannis, Wade, all their taller point guards that people use to try to cheese with. You definitely want to make sure that you have a taller point guard to match up with that. As far as your wings go, you guys can see you just want to have guys that are very good with playing defense and that can spread the floor for you and have good releases and can dunk the ball. That's why I have all-around players in Lamar Odom, Reddish, Kevin Porter Jr., and Robert Covington. Again, all defense, all can shoot. For your bigs, you guys can see I actually am running 4 centers in this lineup. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because these cards right here can actually play very well according to what you know, kind of like the meta is. So what you're going to run into a lot is guys like Bol, Shaq, Wilt, like probably Dino himself, Kareem, all those sort of guys. So running a small ball 4, especially with a budget team, is just not the move. I really don't recommend that. When you're using a budget team, you're going to get actually the algo on your side a little bit more than what you normally would. So that's why I do recommend using guys like Mo Bamba, Dino Dude, Thon McCurr, and Manute Bol, because they're all tall, they're all pretty lanky, they all can snag boards, and they're going to help you kind of lock up some of these like more overpowered teams. So as far as the lineup goes, this is what we are rocking out here. Playbook I do have is the Heat playbook. Now, there are other playbooks that I do recommend using, like the Bucks playbook. It is very good for 5 outing, but you can get a free 5 out with the Hawks 2018 freelance, like I'll show you guys when we get in the gameplay. And then this current Hornets playbook as well is very good, but for this video, I am going to be using the 2013 Miami Heat playbook. Same thing with my coach. I'm going to be using Nick Nurse. I use him all the time. The only other coach that I'm going to start recommending for you guys to use is Greg Popovich, just because his defense, like boosts that he gives to people, are actually really good for, like, again, the meta of this game. If you would like cheap and reliable MT, be sure to head over to NBA2King.com. Use code BIO2K for 5% off your final order. So we actually found a match here. My opponent actually does have a guy like Luka at point guard. He has Manute Bol and some other good cards like Cameron Reddish and stuff like that. As far as our defensive settings go, I have a whole video that's dedicated to going through all the settings that I normally do. For this video, I'm just going to do it on smother and tight. Our offensive settings I already went through and put quick 4 horns flare up as our play, and then the Hawks 2018 freelance is our main thing. Again, always make sure you turn adaptive coaching engine off. And then with the shot meter, I'm actually going to leave it off for now. But one thing I actually do really recommend you guys, if you guys are a budget baller and you guys are kind of using cards that you're not really used to using, I do recommend having the meter on at least at first, just so you can get used to like the releases and stuff like that. All right, so here we go. We're loading into the game here. Now, like I said, playing with a budget team is a little bit different from playing with a more traditional, like, you know, God Squad. So I'm going to set my freelance and do the pass and screen away thing right away here to kind of open up the floor. So you guys can see we're already starting out with a free 5 out. Now, the reason why I'm doing that, I hit the wrong icon. That's my fault. Cameron Reddish still actually getting us a really good steal. I will take that. We're going to go all the way with Pete Maravich and finish strong. That was my fault. I just hit the wrong icon right there. As far as our defensive settings go, you guys can see on the side of the screen, I'm going through all those menus right there. You're going to set it to no threes, play physical, crash the glass, wall up, wall up, no threes, crash the glass. Oh, and play physical, yeah. So all of those right there are going to kind of help us play like a little bit better on the defensive end as we hit a nice little pull-up shot right there. That is actually one of like the best shots, like I always say, you can take in this game. It's really cheesy. Normally, if you just like, you can consistently green it, it is very nicely very easy to do so. So on the defensive end, you really want to make sure that you're playing off the ball. You guys will see right here that I baited him perfectly into throwing that pass and giving us a nice little steal. Now that pass is a little delayed on my fault, but you guys see we had a wide open fast break bucket, got an easy dunk. That's just what you want to do. Now, again, when you're playing with a budget team, it is going to revolve around kind of baiting your opponent and actually not playing, you know, man-to-man defense as far as, you know, just trying to play one-on-one and stuff like that. Because with budget players, like, it's not so much with this game right here because my opponent doesn't have that much of an insane team. But if this was like one of those like cracked Galaxy Opal teams, you really don't want to just be relying on one-on-one matchups because your guys will lose almost every single time down the floor. So again, you guys will see right here, we're playing good defense, we're switching. Let's go. Good green right there from Pete Maravich. Easy wide open three. Getting our rhythm kind of back. We got a good defensive stop right there. Yeah, there's going to be probably a random cut because I got really annoyed in the middle of one possession because of things like that. And yeah, I don't really want to, I'm not going to turn this into a rage video. So Lamar Odom actually had a really good help defense right there. Kind of sliding over, making sure we still got a contest right there. We're going to get Lamar Odom kind of, okay, well, he should have been able to cut down the middle. I don't really know what happened there, but unfortunately, that does happen when you guys play with budget teams, and you guys know that your players will play a little bit more like stupid, I feel like. But again, easy wide open three right there. You guys can kind of see doing the peekaboo thing around screens works very well, even with a guy like Pete Maravich. He is kind of like a budget version of what Dwayne Wade plays as. Good steal right there from Cam Reddish. Again, same reason why I like using him. He is a very solid player. We're just going to keep continuously playing our good defense here. Again, we're going to help over here and make them think that we're helping. Let's go. Easy baited pass. Again, we're going to get Pete Maravich wide open for a, I was going to say for a three. We're actually going to kick that back to Cam for an easy mid-range. And again, you guys can see we're going up by 10 right here. We're playing good defense. All it is just really, like I said, you really want to take away the fact that you're playing one-on-one mismatches or one-on-one matchups. You really want to make sure that you're having them come into your help defense because that's really where I feel like budget players will kind of stand out in their own ways is like the different things that they're strong in. So you guys can see Mo Bamba, Dino, they're very lanky cards like I said. So they'll actually help you out a lot in the post by getting, you know, good blocks and stuff like that. Pete Maravich is very good on the offensive end. So like I said, you want to take advantage of that and just kind of fit like or play on their strong suit. So now my opponent is actually in a zone, I want to say here. That's actually not what I wanted to do. So again, with zones, people always ask me, you know, how to break them. If you post up one of the sides, this is what always happens. One of the sides will be wide open, and I promise you, as long as you can green your shots, you're gonna win very easily. Let's go, Kevin Porter Jr. I will take that wide open greens. Like I was saying, my opponent is getting all the momentum going his way right now. We really just got to find a way to break it. When you're playing with a budget squad too, I mean, and I recommend this even with a God squad, make sure you're not playing frustrated because the more you play frustrated, the worse you're going to play. I know I'm probably the last person to talk because this game just really irritates the crap out of me all the time. But seriously, the biggest tip I really can give you guys is just make sure that you guys are not playing frustrated because the more that you do, like I said, the worse you're going to play. And it's just going to make you play worse. And because you're playing worse, you're going to, you know, play more frustrated. And you really just don't want to be doing that. So just as like a tip right there. That was my fault again. That's the only thing is I'm so used to not playing with two centers that I'm repeatedly throwing turnovers like that. What in the world was that pass animation? Like, what? Let's go. That is a perfect example right there is what I'm talking about. My man just subbed in Giannis, and you guys can see Thon McCurr coming in with a great stop. Kevin Porter Jr. going all the way. Fortunately, got like one of the worst animations possible in that situation. He's going to hop step his way to the rim again. That time he's going to get a good animation where I can't even jump for the ball. But you guys can kind of see, like, that's what I was talking about, where even though, you know, you may be outmatched as far as, like, the card tiers and stuff like that, your guys will be able to play pretty solid. So you really just want to keep utilizing that. Now, this is, again, where I tell you guys that zones have one major weakness. If you post down one of the sides and drop step, it's going to leave you wide open. So as long as you can consistently green, you're going to be scoring and people are going to get out of the zone really quick. And if not, you're going to be able to just flood them because, like I said, most people that run zones don't know how to run it. They just kind of rely on 2K bailing them out. So, like I said, if you can just kind of get used to, you know, breaking them and greening your shots, you'll be okay. That was my fault, again, because I was too busy staring at what icon Robert Covington was. So, yeah, that was my bad. But we're going to swing this ball around here. We're actually going to get Kevin Porter Jr. wide open. Again, that was my fault on mistiming that. So, you're going to miss you're going to miss a shot every once in a while, but okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't there or anything. You guys can see, like, start of the third quarter here, we did put our starters back in the game. Now, my opponent is sitting in a zone still, like I said, and the fact that we are breaking it very efficiently is just kind of, like, letting me actually, you know, I decided to switch to a zone myself because 9 times out of 10, like I said, if you play people online that try to sit in a zone, they have no idea how to break it themselves. Because this is actually just a very good tip for you guys. So if you're ever playing this game and you see somebody sitting in a zone, right, and they're not running the zone very well to the point where, like, what I mean by that is, like, they're, you know, they're running it, but they're leaving you wide open and stuff like that, the odds are they don't know how to break it themselves. Now, the reason why is because you're still getting wide open shots and stuff like that, so they don't really know what rotations to fix and what to defend and stuff like that. So I'm leaving him open because he has not greened a single shot this entire game, and I truly mean he has not greened a single shot this entire game. So, like I said, I'm actually just playing my offense very differently than what I normally would, so we're going to just keep playing this out here. That was just bad offense on my part, but Dino, my man, dunking the ball. You guys can see we're quickly breaking this lead out here. He's going to get that 3, or actually not even 3, mid-range. He's going to make it. Still didn't green a shot, though, but you guys can see we're big boy chilling with this lead right now. We just got to keep doing our thing, keep running our offense the way that we are, and we will be okay. Like, that is just a terrible animation, and we kind of got bailed by a foul, but I'll take it. I officially have this man in a complete and utter box. Like, I'm not even, like, paying attention on defense anymore. And this kid is still getting completely locked up. So, like I said, even though I'm using a budget team and stuff like that, it's very simple. It really just comes down to, like I said, making sure you don't want to have one-on-one matchups and stuff like that. We're going to end up getting the rage quit, though. We were up by 21. And, again, man, they played pretty well. Now, I know this is going to be the part of the video where I want to let you guys know that there's going to be somebody in the comment section that says, this is not a budget team. Believe me, my guy, we are in April. This is a budget team. All these cards go for under 50k MT. You can pick up every single one of these cards for relatively cheap. This team probably in total costs around probably 150k, which is insanely easy to make in this game. If you play for a day, you can play triple threat. Actually, no, I lied. It's probably a little bit more than that. It's probably around 200k-ish. But same thing again. 1, 2, 3 days tops of playing triple threat and just grinding the game out. You can make the MT. You can build this team. It's all about just whatever time you put in this game. But I'm telling you guys, this is a really good squad to use. Again, it'll kind of like I said, it'll balance itself out. When you do go up against an Opal team, though, don't get me wrong, they're gonna get bailed out. Just don't get frustrated. Play smart. You know what I'm saying? Just be smart with what you're doing. Like, use their strengths. Like I said, Pete Maravich is like a budget Wade. You could do the peekaboo stuff around screens. Cameron Reddish is like a budget Paul George. Lamar Odom is a budget like Paul George type player. Mo Bamba, Dino, Thon, Manute Ball, all glitchy in the post. Isaac Bonga is a budget LeBron. Kevin Porter Jr. is the same thing like Paul George, J.R. Smith kind of built. Robert Covington, a good 3-and-D player. Just utilize their strengths, and I promise you guys, you will be chilling. Hey guys, before this video ends, I did just want to let you guys know that I did recently get partnered, and obviously most of you guys already know that, but I'm going to be live streaming almost every single day, all day, depending on whatever we're playing. Will obviously just depend on my mood for that day, but my Twitch is on the screen, twitch.tv/bio2k with an underscore, and you guys can see it on the screen. And then also, obviously, I do have a Twitter. If you guys want to drop a follow over here as well, the links to both of those are going to be in the description down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace.